Okay, good day to everyone. Uh, sa Gen Bio, I know our topic is all about photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Medyo madami-dami kasi yung nasa libro ng Gen Bio. So, to make it easy, gagamitin ko yung topic namin with regards to bioenergetics sa Earth and Life Science. Actually, parehas lang naman sila, nagkaiba lang naman sa title. So, dito kasi sa bioenergetics, matatopic natin si photosynthesis in simple process, and then matatopic din natin si cellular respiration in simple process. If you're going to ask, sir, ano po ang lalabas? Same lang rin po kung anong topic sa bioenergetics and photosynthesis and cellular respiration. They are just the same here in this PPT. So, since we only have few moments na, kasi few remaining days na lang kasi exam na kaagad next week. And then next week is tad-tad kayo ng performance sa Gen Bio. Do not worry kasi yung exam ay ang coverage is yung topic natin last time and then ito. Okay, for in this topic, we have different kinds of learning objectives. Number 1, explain how cell carry out the function required for life. Number 2, explain how photosynthetic organisms use light, energy to combine carbon dioxide and water to form energy-rich compound. So again, alam naman natin sa photosynthesis, tatlo lang ang main ingredients na kailangan natin. Kailangan natin ng carbon dioxide, sunlight, and then water. So through that, makakapag-create tayo ng glucose na kinakailangan naman ng certain organism for converting it to energy na gagamitin for daily life activities. And then lastly, for the learning objective is the trace the energy flow from the environment to cell. Okay, to start our discussion, we have different ways muna or flow of discussion. First, we have to unlock words na mababanggit at ulit-ulit siyang mababanggit with this topic. Kalawa is the photosynthesis, and then ikatlo is the cellular respiration. Again, sa bioenergetics, mas pinadali kasi yung topic with regards to photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Ang main important kasi is malaman ninyo kung paano yung process at kung paano ang nangyayari. Then, pang-apat po is to discuss glycolysis, and then lastly, to discuss Krebs cycle. So, magkakasunod lang naman po sila. So when we say respiration, it is a set of metabolic reaction and processes that take place in the cell. It is responsible for providing oxygen to the cell and gathering oxygen from the cell. So we have different types of respiration process. Una yung inhale tsaka exhale. So when we inhale, we intake oxygen. When we exhale, we excrete or naglalabas tayo ng carbon dioxide through breathing process. So next one, regulation. This is responsible for controlling and coordinating of the body activities, the nervous system. So regulations, most commonly yung organs na nagre-regulate ng pagiging homeostasis natin is the hypothalamus. So si hypothalamus po siya ay nagre-regulate para maging balance yung katawan natin, at makikita natin si hypothalamus with regards to our upper part of our head, inside the brain po, malapit sa ears. Doon po natin makikita si hypothalamus. Next one po is the reproduction. This refers to the production of new organism through sexual reproduction. So we have two types of reproduction. We have sexual and asexual reproduction. So the huge differences is when we say sexual reproduction, definitely it needs two gametes to unite. When we say two gametes to unite, like cell po, sperm cell and egg cell, kinakailangan natin ng sperm cell and egg cell para mag-unite sila. When we say naman po as asexual, we only need one parent cell lang po kasi contain na po nun yung mga parent cells or genes ng mismong parent cells na meron tayo. para mas mabilis maintindihan si asexual. Most commonly sa asexual reproduction, nangyayari siya sa mga halaman. Yung tinatawag natin na vegetative processes. So for example, si nanay bumili ng kangkong or talbos ng kamote. Yung stem ng kamote na yon itatanim niya sa lupa. So definitely that time kapag tinanim sa lupa, hindi na natin kailangan ng two gametes to unite. Hindi natin kailangan lang sperm cell and egg cell. Only the parent cell lang po. So there are possibilities na tumubo yung mismong tangkay ng kangkong or talbos na binili ng magulang ninyo. So definitely that is another way of reproduction through asexual reproduction. Next one na po, pag sinabi natin excretion, it is pertain to the removal of waste produced by cellular activities. So, lahat ng nilalabas natin, maski pupo natin, we call it excretion process. Kasi nilalabas natin siya. Next one po is growth. This refers to the increase in size of organism as results of an increase in the number and the size of their cell. The more na tumatanda tayo, mapapansin naman natin yun, manonotice natin, nag-iiba yung height natin, nag-iiba yung weight, kasi po nag-grow at nag-expand yung mga cells natin sa katawan. And next one is the nutrition. This is the process by which organisms take in food from their environment. So tayo as humans, hindi tayo makukonsider as autotrophs na nakarely sa sunlights para magkaroon tayo ng foods. So tayo we have to intake certain substance using ingestion process para magkaroon tayo ng energy or yung nutrition na tinatawag. So kung kinukulang tayo sa nutrition or sustansya sa katawan natin, we call it ourselves as malnutrition or we are under malnutrition. So last time na discuss ko kung paano kinukuha sa BMI and then the subcategories with that sa isang video lesson. I hope alam natin kung ano yung mga way to trigger out and tell kung tayo ba ay obese, normal, or underweight. Next one po is the transport. This is the process by which materials needed by the cell or an organism are taken by the organism through absorption or circulation. So si transport mechanism, papasok ulit siya dito. Next one po is synthesis. This is a process by which cell combine chemically simpler and smaller substance to form various complex substance. So papasok dito yung metabolism na tinatawag. So sa metabolism, we have two types, which is yung catabolism and then the anabolism. When we say anabolism, from single molecules, nagpo-form tayo ng complex or larger molecules. Pag sinabi naman pong catabolism, from larger complex of molecules, binibreakdown natin siya into simple units. Which is, the more na nag-breakdown tayo ng molecules, the more na nag-release tayo ng energy. So, now, let's talk about what is photosynthesis since tapos na tayo with regards to unlocking words. So, again, our topic sa GenBio is part nun is photosynthesis. So, plant and animals are similar in their use of energy within the cell for energy transformation processes necessary for life. So, photosynthesis, chemical process which occur in plant using light energy where carbon dioxide and water produce glucose and oxygen. Now, sa photosynthesis process po, again, kailangan lang natin ng tatlong main ingredients. Sunlight, carbon dioxide, and then the water. Now, kapag nahalo na yung tatlo, na-capture ni chlorophyll yung sunlight, mako-convert niya yun into glucose. So, yun lang po ang kinakailangan natin. Actually, we have two main products with regards to photosynthesis process. Yung main product natin is the glucose, while the byproduct is the oxygen. Again po, ulitin ko po, we have two products during photosynthesis process. Ang main product natin is glucose, which is ginagamit siya ng halaman for their vital processes in everyday life, especially sustaining energy. While the byproduct po is the oxygen na nire-release po ng halaman at ini-intake naman ng other organism. So how does it work? Plant cells have chloroplast that contains chlorophyll, a green pigment that lends in green color to the plant. Chloroplasts are the food producer for the cell. So chloroplasts convert the sunlight's energy into sugar or glucose in other carbohydrate term, kasi kapag binreakdown natin si carbohydrates, that is glucose, kapag binreakdown natin si glucose, mali pala. Pag breakdown natin si carbohydrates, that is sugar. Now, kapag i-breakdown natin si sugar into small, simple units, that is glucose, yung monosaccharide natin, which can be used by the cell. The process of creating food using light energy is called photosynthesis. Now, again po, ang cell organelles na responsible to capture light is the chlorophyll. Si chlorophyll po, nag-release po siya ng green pigment. Sir, paano naman po yung halaman na merong other colors? Like, especially sa flower nila, merong kulay na red, violet, pink, white. Ang responsible naman po doon is si chromoplast naman po. Chromoplast naman po ang responsible with beyond the green pigment na po. Beyond green pigment, like yellow, blue, violet, red, orange, si chromoplast naman po ang responsible doon. Pag sinabi naman pong green pigment, definitely si chlorophyll na po ang responsible doon. So chloroplast within the cell contains stack of disc-like thylakoids. Each set of thylakoids is called granum. With the plural naman po, that is grana. The green pigment chlorophyll is inside the thylakoid. Chlorophyll absorbs the sunlight energy. So we have the different parts of the chlorophyll. We have the outer membrane, the stroma, the inner membrane, thylakoids. Yung thylakoids po, ito po yung isang bilog lang po ng mismong disc-like. Pag granum naman po, isang buuan na or isang set ng thylakoids. So in photosynthesis process po, we have two types of reaction. The light and the dark dependent and independent reaction. So, from the title itself, pag sinabing light, ibig sabihin, kinakailangan natin ng sunlight. Pag sinabi naman pong dark and reaction, so hindi natin kinakailangan dito ng dark or kinakailangan ng sunlight, hindi natin siya kinakailangan. So, light-dependent energy, the light-dependent reaction is a photochemical reaction taking place in thylakoid membrane. So, ang nangyayari po, yung light-dependent energy po na process ay nangyayari po siya during thylakoid process po. Thylakoids inside po ng chlorophyll. Yung pag-capture ng sunlight, nangyayari yan sa chlorophyll. Pero ang main responsible is thylakoid. So, where light energy is transformed into adenosine triphosphate or ATP na kinakailangan natin para magkaroon tayo ng energy. And nicotinamide or adenine dinucleotide phosphate or NADPH. Now, again po, ganito po kasi ang process. Unang mangyayari muna with regards to photosynthesis, especially in plant, mag-undergo muna siya ng light-dependent reaction. So, sa light-dependent reaction, meron tayong thylakoid inside the chlorophyll. Siya yung main responsible to convert light into energy, which is yung ATP natin, using thylakoid process. Now, kapag meron na tayong ATP, si ATP i-convert to Calvin cycle, which is the sugar. So, dito na papasok yung dark reaction or dark independent reaction or light independent reaction. So now sa Calvin cycle, doon na mapoform kung saan kinakailangan i-convert si ATP, i-breakdown si ATP to make or to have certain energy. Okay, so ganito po ang main idea. Kapag mayroon na tayong ATP, ito po ang process. I-breakdown natin si ATP. Si ATP po kasi, kaya siya tinawag na ATP, ang mismong term na yan is came from adenosine ribose triphosphate. Pag sinabi pong triphosphate, it means it contains 3 phosphate group. Now, yung 3 phosphate group na yon, hindi kasi balance yung energy or hindi stabilize, hindi siya stable. So, ang rules kasi sa biochemistry, the more na ang isang polymers na ito ay complex, the more na hindi stabilize or stable yung mismong energy niya. And to make it stable, it needs to break down into smaller pieces. Now, si ATP po, tatanggalan natin ng isang phosphate. Ang tawag natin doon sa process ng pagtanggal ng isang phosphate group is hydrolysis. During hydrolysis process, nagre-release po tayo ng energy. Now, kapag natanggalan natin siya ng isang phosphate group, ang mangyayari po, tatawagin na natin siyang ADP, which stands for adenosine diphosphate. Ibig sabihin, dalawa na lang po yung phosphate group niya. Now, mag-undergo siya ng phosphorylation cycle para mag-gain ng isang phosphate group para mabuo ulit po ang ATP. So, ganun lang po ang cycle. Pag magtatanggal tayo ng isang phosphate group or mag-release tayo ng energy, ang tawag natin sa process na yun is hydrolysis. Pero kapag magdadagdag tayo ng isang phosphate group sa mismong ADP natin, ang tawag natin sa process na yun ay phosphorylation process. So, light-independent reaction, the light-independent reaction or the Calvin cycle occurs in the stroma. So, it does not require light to function. This stage uses the product of light-independent, which is yung byproduct byproduct nga po ng light-dependent reaction is yung mismong ATP. The chemical energy produced during the light-dependent reaction drives carbon dioxide to produce sugar molecules. Now, again po, ang ginagamit natin sa dark reaction or light-independent reaction is yung mismong byproduct natin sa light-dependent reaction, which is yung mismong ATP. At nangyayari po si light-dependent reaction inside the stroma po. Okay? Sa stroma po siya nangyayari, while si light-dependent reaction, nangyayari po siya sa thylakoids. Si light-independent po, again, sa stroma po nangyayari. Now, let's talk about the cellular respiration mismo. So, the production of mismong ATP process. Okay? Cellular respiration, the production of ATP. Through cellular respiration, cell harvests the energy deposited in the food you ingest. The process by which the chemical energy of food's molecules is released and partially collected for the creation of ATP is known cellular respiration. In cellular respiration, we have two types of process. We have aerobic and then anaerobic process are the two types of cellular respiration. So, sa cellular respiration po, ang pinaka-first start nito is yung mismong glycolysis process, followed by citric acid cycle or yung Calvin cycle, and then next one, citric acid cycle or yung Krebs cycle, and then oxidative or phosphorylation are the three metabolic steps that make up cellular respiration. So again po, glycolysis is the first stage of cellular respiration where glucose, a 6-carbon sugar, split into 3-carbon sugar. Okay, sa glucose po kasi again po, last time po na i-discuss ko yung chemical formula ni glucose. Si glucose po ay may chemical formula na C6H12NO6. Now, si glucose po during glycolysis process, from the word itself, glyco means sugar, lysis means splitting or breaking down, hinahati natin siya sa dalawa. Okay? So, glycolysis occur in the cytosol or cytoplasm kasi po, si cytosol or yung cytoplasm natin within the cell natin, dyan po nagaganap lahat ng physiological processes. So, yan po ay outsides of mitochondria. The word glycolysis literally means of splitting sugar. So again, from 6 carbon dioxide or from 6 po, gagawin natin siyang tig 3 lang. So makakabuo tayo ng 2 pyruvate mismo. These 3 carbon sugar are then oxidized and then the remaining atoms are rearranged to form 2 glucose of 3 carbon sugar known as pyruvate. Now, si pyruvate po, kinakailangan natin siya para mas mapadali yung production ng mismong energy, which is the product of glycolysis is the ionized form of 3 carbon dioxide acid and pyruvic acid. So, from glycolysis po, from glucose, hahatiin natin siya sa dalawa, which is magkakaroon tayo ng 2 pyruvates. Yung tawag po natin sa dalawang carbon sugar na yon, pyruvates po. Pyruvates po yung mismong tawag natin sa kanya. So, pyruvate is a oxidation or oxidize. It is transported to the mitochondrion or mitochondria as pyruvates enter. It experience grooming wherein carbon dioxide is given off as carbonyl group is removed. The 3 carbon molecules that enter into is turned into a 2 carbon compound acetyl-CoA. A coenzyme joins the carbon dioxides. 2 carbon molecules compound as enter the cycles. So, ganito po kasi ang nangyayari. Yung mismong pyruvate natin, hindi siya basta-basta makakapasok mismo sa loob ni mitochondria, sa matrix mismo ni mitochondria. So, now, para makapasok siya, kailangan siyang maging NAD plus or NADH, which is kailangan siyang i-oxidize para magkaroon ng acetyl or CoA. Yun, kailangan siyang ma-oxidize. So, once na na-oxidize yun, tatawagin natin siya as byproduct na acetyl-CoA. So, si acetyl-CoA na yun, diretso po yun papasok sa loob ni mitochondria. Which is, mangyayari na yung mismong citric acid cycle or yung mismong Krebs cycle. Citric acid cycle also called the Krebs cycle, which is the core driving force for cellular respiration. This happen inside the mitochondrion or inside na mismo ni mitochondria. Again po, si pyruvate po or yung 2 carbon of sugar natin, hindi siya basta-basta makakapasok sa loob ni mismong mitochondria. It needs to deoxidate. Kailangan siyang ma-oxidation or ma-oxidize para makapasok siya sa loob ni mitochondria. Ang way para ma-oxidize siya is magkaroon ng CoA or yung mismong acid. So, oxidized carbon oxidized reaction or yung mismong acetyl acid na yan. So, once na sa loob na po si acetyl-CoA, dun na mangyayari yung process ng Krebs cycle. So, what is the process of Krebs cycles? The 2 carbon dioxide molecules and acetyl-CoA combine with the 4 carbon compound to form citric. The two carbon molecules produce a citrix broken down into 4 carbon complex after it turns to the cycle. Is 1 glucose molecule pyruvate release 2 ATP, 6 NADH, and 2 FADH or flavin adenine dinucleotide. This is the step also provides oxidative phosphorylation which fissions electron. Sir, diba po kanina sa acetyl-CoA sa pyruvate, 3 lang po yung carbon. Bakit po pagdating sa Krebs cycle, nagiging 4 po siya? Now, sa Krebs cycle po kasi, yung isang hydrogen natin, marirelease yun outside the matrix. Magpo-float yung matatanggal siya. Now, matitira pa rin is yung mismong 3 carbon dioxide. Now, again po sa Krebs cycle, mag-start tayo. Mag-start muna tayong i-oxidize yung mismong pyruvate natin para maging acetyl-CoA. Now, once na na-oxidize na siya as acetyl-CoA, mag-undergo na siya ng mismong Krebs cycle. What is the main importance of Krebs cycle? So, the main importance of Krebs cycle, so the citric acid cycle or the Krebs cycle is crucial in the production of energy to make you more mobile, enable your body to perform more metabolic processes. Through the Krebs cycle, energy can be generated efficiently from food, particularly in the carbohydrate contains which are converted to glucose within the body to generate energy. So now, let's talk about the oxidative phosphorylation. Again po, ang main product lang naman kasi ng photosynthesis, especially the cellular respiration, is the ATP. Now, sa ATP po, para makapagpa-release tayo ng energy, we have to remove 1 phosphate group from 3 groups po na meron sa ATP. Kinakailangan natin tanggalin yung isang phosphate group na yun. At ang tawag sa process na yun is hydrolysis. Now, kapag magdadagdag tayo ng isang phosphate sa ADP, yung diphosphate na yan, tatawagin na natin siya or mag-undergo siya sa process ng phosphorylation process. The process of oxidative phosphorylation is transfer electrons from NADH or FADH2 to O2 by a change of electrons carrier resulting in the formations of ATP para maging 3 ulit yung mismong phosphate group. So, yun lang po yung pinaka main topic natin with regards to photosynthesis tsaka cellular respiration. Reminders po again with regards to your performance task. Pakitapos na po lahat ng parts ng concept paper and then be prepared and then guided with the schedule kung kailan po kayo mag-perform or mag-execute ng mismong laboratory experiment ninyo and presentation of the concept paper. Now, if ever po may changes with this week kasi nga merong bagyo, kasi start pa naman yung, Friday pa naman yung mismong start nung other section kung paano sila mag-execute ng experiment. If meron pong changes na mag-arise, definitely po, next week po kasi hindi na natin siya pwedeng hindi magawa. So, for example, next week po, hanggang Thursday lang tayo. May mga section na magto 2 days pa din. Mag-retain pa rin yung schedule nila, pero may mga section na magwa 1 day lang. So, sa mga section po na magwa 1 day lang, yung 1 day na yun, pagkakasyahin natin yung experiment tsaka presentation of concept paper. So, again po, be prepared and be guided with the schedule na meron tayo. Si concept paper po, last October 26 pa po ako nag-check. And until now, there are some sections, groups na hindi makapag-upload sa drive. Even though, out of how many? 30 groups na meron tayo, nakapag-upload sila. So, I hope, do not be reason out na hindi kayo makapag-upload kaya wala kayong nailalagay na concept paper. Kasi kung yung ibang section at ibang yung group nakakapag-upload, how come yung grupo ninyo at hindi lang naman isa ang member sa bawat grupo. Again, that is a group performance and should all of the member perform po or participate. Kung hindi magpa-participate, remove them. Bahala sila, tumanap sila ng performance task nila. Okay? So, aside from that, I just wanted to remind everyone na kailangan yung gumawa ng activity manual. Sinend ko na po yung format sa bawat section on how to accomplish activity manual. Gagamitin nyo po kasi yung activity manual during inside the laboratory kung paano nyo po i-execute yung experiment. So, si activity manual contains na lang naman yung mga materials, step-by-step process na meron. Again, pwede pong mag-adapt ng activity manual basta related sa mismong ingredients ninyo or i-change nyo or baguhin nyo. So, yun lang naman. And then, also pala, kindly prepare din a packaging for your presentation during your experiment. Kasi ipatitikim natin siya sa mga other teachers. May mga teachers na yon magpapanelist. Kaya may sinend po ako na rubrics. Yung rubrics po, pakiprint po ako niyan. Okay, bawat grupo po magkakaroon ng 3 hanggang 4 na teachers na titikim ng product nila. So, kindly be prepared po. At ganun din po during concept paper presentation. May teacher po na, other teacher na uupo. So, yun lang po and then thank you. Magbibigay po ako ng quiz 1 to 20. Hopefully, mapanood niyo yung mismong video lesson natin.